The links are going to be in the description down below. This bag is now back in stock, so go check out the description. Helps out the channel. Been a while since this bag was in stock. This is the best bag for a technician, an electrician doing rooftop work, service technician, somebody that meets inspectors on site. This is like your go bag. It's going to carry pretty much anything you need to carry, including a meter. Veto's made pouches like this for years, but they don't have half of what this bag offers. This is basically the perfect bag. Plus, I've also got some questions about some V-swap panels from Veto. I've got a bunch of questions about this bag, and it is now in stock. So we're making a video right now. I just saw it. So yeah, here we go. Let me show you. So what's special about this bag is that, first off, it's a meter bag. It's $59. If Veto made something like this, this would easily be $100. There's no question about it. The best part about this bag is that it actually has a full tool wall built in, which is unheard of for something like this. Even if it was just this half of the bag, just the layout of this would be really tempting at 50 bucks. But you get all this storage back here. So if we take another Crypop special here, this one's a little bit more expensive. I picked it up when it was $60, but it quickly went back up to $100. This is a really nice bag for $100. It's very Veto-like. It's got a ton of storage back here compared to any other Veto. There's more storage back here than any Veto ever gave us, and that includes the TPX XL here, which I'm not even going to show you. But back here, you can see we can get an impact here. You can still get a multimeter in here. You got all the bits that you could possibly need. They can go down here. I was showing a contractor this. I was doing a rooftop inspection, and I was showing him this bag on Amazon. And he was like, well, how good is it? And I was like, man, I'll have to make a video and show you. It's actually amazing. So a picture won't do its justice until you actually get your hands on it. You can feel the quality on this portion here. This isn't your standard bag. You've got leather here, which is probably going to scratch, honestly. It's a nice touch, but I don't know if it's like the best leather ever. The materials here are good, and they're cutting corners in a good way with this bag. It's not the highest quality materials, but I don't think it needs to be when you take some of the stuff into consideration, especially the price. So we still got 4 screwdriver slots here, and then you've got all this extra storage. This is somewhat padded. You can kind of see my fingers behind there, so you can see it's fairly thick. So the meter gets a little bit more protection back there. The impact goes here. I'm going to leave it like that personally because I don't really want anything in front of my meter. But even if this ended up here, it would still close fully. So it's nothing to do with space. It's just, you know, keeping your stuff protected. These here, at first you would think, why would you want this kind of play? Because if you look at like the Mad Pack here, it's fairly close, nice and easy to carry. If we look at this, it's fairly close and nice and easy to carry. If you're on a ladder going up a rooftop and you're climbing a ladder, this is actually a little bit multifunctional. It looks interesting carrying it like this, right? But the fact of the matter is that you can still climb a ladder and it's not going to get in front of you. One of the worst accidents I've ever seen was somebody was climbing a ladder with a 5-gallon bucket for jet line, and they're climbing one of those temporary ladders, and the bucket's out to here, and he was about 15 to 16 feet in the air, and he reached to go grab the next rung, and the bucket bounced him off of the ladder, and he fell all the way down, landing on his ankles, and then having to have screws and plates, and he was out of commission, man, for 3 to 4 years. They actually put him in the office. So I like that this is smaller and you can still get it back behind your elbow. So if you were climbing a ladder, this wouldn't be a factor sliding forward. So yeah, the handle isn't ideal when you think about carrying it like this because it's more swingy. But after climbing a ladder just the other day to get on the rooftop, this guy had one of those Husky bags that just, it's just a standard bag. There's nothing special about it. But he literally had all this going for him. You know, he had the impact, he had all the hand tools in it, and the loops and everything. It just wasn't ideal to be going up and down a ladder with. And I mentioned this bag to him and showed him, and I knew I needed to make another video about it. So this is the Crypop Technical. It's $59, and it's hands down one of the best bags I think that I've ever reviewed on this channel. Mainly probably because of the price. It's a really, really fair handshake, but it's also, I mean, it carries everything that you need for a quick troubleshoot or whatever you're doing. One of the best parts about this bag is that you can use a Veto with it, because we're not going to deny how useful Vetos are. So if you get this pouch, which they're starting to sell separately now, this pouch here gives you guys a lot of options when you're trying to pick what you guys are going to carry in a lot of other bags. So you can put all this stuff here, put your extra bits there. Now we did just add $40 to this setup, so now we're back up to close to $100. But if you don't want this pouch, don't. But the amount that you can fit in here and the functionality of it, realistically, there's just a bunch that you guys can carry in a tiny pouch that, I mean, basically that's everything that you would possibly need in one little pouch here. So this has got to be one of the best finds of 2025 that I've ever come across. And it does require the Veto, but if you want to go a little bit cheaper, you could go with a Mellow Tough. Now what I did, you can start there. Sorry. What I did with the Mellow Tough was I bought a Veto knockoff. I cut the top of my Mellow Tough off. These are $15, and I can link these below as well because they're easy to find, and it does help the channel when you guys use the links. So that's cool if you do. Some Mellow Toughs have this feature, some of them don't. You see this hard stitch right here? That means that if you cut this off, it's not going to delaminate and pull itself apart because you've still got stitching on the back. Some bags don't have this feature. So be careful whenever you're thinking, I'm just going to do what Tools and Tactics did and cut my pouches up. You got to pay attention before you do it. This pouch here is the knockoff of the Veto. So Veto sold out to China. Veto is no longer Veto. They're Aspen Pumps, another conglomerate of Chinese manufacturing, I guess. And that's why we have the knockoffs that you're seeing. That, I mean, that's a TP4B or TP5B, I think. And Veto's just knocking it off for $60. It lacks, you know, the exact Veto qualities where this is hollow underneath. But this pouch here is $100 from Veto. This pouch here is $15. You know, what are your priorities? So instead of spending $45 for your Veto pouch, you can go the Mellow Tough route mixed with the Crypop. It's a little bit bulkier, but ultimately it does carry more with better storage. If you cut this port, we need to figure a way to put a clip back here, because if you ask me, this was kind of too high already. Like, I don't know. I always use this as the pocket stuffer, and this is kind of like where the pouch started. So this is what the design is, to put it in your pocket if you need to really quickly. But I always put this like in my actual belt. And then that's up high for no reason. So I would imagine putting a clip here would actually make a lot more sense if Mellow Tough is watching. Then we wouldn't have to worry about cutting the damn thing off. But yeah, you can put this here And it's going to make it a little bit tighter because it's just a little bit bulkier. But this bag will still zip up because you just have that much room in this thing. Where you've got like the ultimate combination for whatever you're trying to do. The Veto is undoubtedly better. So I put this one in there, and then that's got the magnet, so this turns into a tool pouch so you can actually functionally work out of this thing, which is pretty cool. If you want another option, there's another Mellow Tough here for $17. Sometimes, you know, you'll be looking at something and it's so good, you know they made it by an accident, because there's no way you can put these stupid generic loops in here, put this stupid elastic band in here, and get away with it as a functional pouch. But then you go ahead and put your ego aside and you start trying it out. And you put one screwdriver here and you take another screwdriver and you put it here. And then you say, damn, actually that works pretty good. So this pouch here, as weird as it is actually not half bad. It fits a lot of screwdrivers. It fits a full-size pair of Kleins in the front. And you get that retention right there. I don't think this is going to fit, but I want to give you an idea of the depth. So diagonals would fit in there really nicely.
Derby Man says hi.
Yeah, what's up, Derby Man? So you got your diagonals there. You could even go with the hybrids. Cut a little bit of weight down. And then this will also, you know, fit in here. And then you got $59 plus $17 if you don't want to go the $45 route. But hands down, man, this has got to be the most functional kind of everyday bag for anybody. It's really, really good. Especially the price. What I rock when I walk into houses is these Diamondbacks here. Try to get some tools out of here. Let's see how much this thing carries. This is the Mazzo. Now, everyone told me get the Nico. The Nico's made for electricians. I listened, but look how tall the Nico is. So you're looking at another almost 3 inches of length. By the time you get this on your hip, man, this thing's pretty far down there, and it's a pretty big, bulky bag. It does have some loops there, but what I did was, just like I did before, you can take one of these pouches. You can stuff this one in here. It will fit once you cram it down. And it's kind of in there forever. But you got to use the Mazzo, because the Mazzo X has internal pockets. The Mazzo does not. They stopped making this bag. I snatched it up before they could do any more damage to my plans. But what I usually put in here that fits amazingly is the Veto, of course. And even really snaps in there to where you got some really good retention because of that magnet in the back. And this is one of the better setups for almost a quick tool pouch, because this thing here, it's the lightest tool pouch I think I've ever felt. Here, you feel how light that is. That's a really, really light tool pouch that literally bounces when it hits. You know, it's really light. Then I got the Wrangle with it. And you can see the Wrangle and the Mazzo, they kind of nest together here. So I walk in with this impact. Or you can put your impact down there. I got wire nuts in there. You got room for your meter. You got room for a lot of things in here. And then that just pops out and you can start working right out of this. This is the Mad Packs. These are actually now back in stock too. So all this stuff is back in stock. And I guess I'll link this too, because this is a pretty cool product. This is a Mad Pack. It turns any tool pouch into a quick clip that clips on your belt or whatever. So we can take our Mazzo, we can take our Mad Pack here. We can take our Mini Nico.
Reed Commander says peace be unto you.
I appreciate it. Take that there. Snap that on there. It's a huge bag. I really don't like this one. You can clip that on there. And it's so far down there that I've almost got to like lean to get all the way into the bottom of this. I don't know what they were thinking when they designed this pouch. It is way too low down there, but it is an option. And if that's what you guys want, but yeah, everyone's thinking the Mini Nico, and I don't know, man. It's just a big pouch when you look at it. So the Mazzo is the one that I use, along with the Wrangle 2.0. And the Wrangle 2.0 is actually a really nice everything bag. It's got 3 pockets back here, and then it's got another pocket back there. It's got another one up there, and then you got 2 nail slots. You got your hammer loop or your cat's paw there, and then you've got a couple of other pockets in the front of this. But man, this thing works so good like this, just walking into a customer's house. So this is my actual install pouch. If I'm going to do a side job, whatever I'm doing, everything's here that I need. And then this is my, where did I put it?
Ruben says, what do you think about the Milwaukee heating vest? Been tempted to order.
I've had, not the vest, I've had some of the first generations of the Milwaukee heated stuff. It's good. The M12 battery is, it is what it is, man. Milwaukee's holding on to their roots, and they shouldn't do that. Everyone else is going with the flat battery, so if Milwaukee's going with the battery banks that are, flat like this, and these things are going to put out 20,000 milliamps of power, where your Milwaukee 12-volt battery is only going to put out 1,500. What is this? 2.5. This is 2,500 milliamps of power, and it's big and bulky and stabbing you in the side, versus a flatter pack like DeWalt's doing or everyone else. So I don't know if Milwaukee's decided that they're going to be smart and use USB with their stuff or not, but there's a lot of aftermarket heated vests now on Amazon that work just as good as Milwaukee. And then Milwaukee gets really loud and proud with Milwaukee. So whenever I wear stuff, I could do like Klein apparel, but it'd be kind of awkward like wearing it out in public. DeWalt's cool because it's been around for so long. Milwaukee's okay. I got the Milwaukee hats. I buy like 6 at a time because they're $20. But I don't like that Milwaukee's lit up, that M12 is lit up, and it's all flashy. I don't want anyone to know that I got a heated vest. I just want to be warm in my heated vest. You know what I mean? So there's different ways of looking at it.
Ruben says, sounds good, brother.
Yeah. I would be skeptical of the Milwaukee batteries just because this is what you got. You got almost 2 inches of just uncomfortableness.
Eric and Tony said hi.
What's up, Eric and Tony?
LFL says, what's up?
What's going on?
Nano says, what do you use to hold screws, anchors, etc., or other accessories for installations? I find most bag pouches are too deep.
So if you're doing construction like that, you want to get a construction pouch. This is more for kind of a quick go bag, an everything bag. I do a lot of troubleshooting. I do a lot of like small repairs, things like that. Maybe a light fixture install. That's all of this. If you're going to go for like a full installation, you should get a gator back. You should get some of the Klein saddlebags that Klein's known for that have been dirt cheap over the last couple of years, even though they're worth about $120 to $200. Milwaukee has some, but the one that I like right now is, the, let me grab it real quick. All right, so this is the Boulder bag, and I've got a Fessa lanyard. I'm gonna put this on my hat so you guys don't hear a whole bunch of rustling. Still lit up? Green? Okay. So this is a Fessa leather. You can see the grain of the leather. It's really good stuff for a really good value. The Fessa stuff is amazing. So you got your Fessa here. Then you got your gator back, which if you want to just buy the gator back rig, just do that. But if you want the best of kind of everything, I went with the DeWalt belt. It's thinner leather. It's fairly lightweight. And it comes with this awesome tape measure clip. And it's like super rugged. Like it's leathered out. And it just clips right there where I need it. So the DeWalt goes there. Then you got your Fessa. Now on this side, this has a satchel for all your bits, your drivers. You could do Red Devils in there. You could do a lot of things in there. You can even fit a whole numbers book in there. So, you know, you got to have a numbers book and you got to hide it from your coworkers. So I take my numbers book. Take my numbers book here. It fits in that back pouch pretty nicely. Then you got a slot. I wish they had 2 slots, and I will say something about this bag. It's not the best material, but this bag's going to make you enough money to where you can afford to buy one every 3 or 4 years. It's lightweight, so do you want lightweight and comfortable all day, or do you want something that's going to last for 5 years that's a little bit heavier? I would rather have something that's lighter weight that's going to tear up versus carrying around something heavier that's going to last me just a couple more years. Because you're sweating in this thing. It's getting filthy. It is what it is. These things are made in the USA as well. So I like the Boulder bags. I wish that there was 2 slots here, because whenever I'm doing my channel locks, I like to have 1 pair here, like that. And then I usually have my 12s. And they go opposing. That way we're ready to grab them. So, you know, 1 wrench is this way. 1 wrench is this way. And you're turning your tool. So I put my channel locks in opposing like that. And they go there like that. And they just sit right there. Then I got my Tapcons and whatever else I want. I got something else here. I can actually put a whole fist in here. And a hand. Like it's a big bag. Same thing on this side. And then this is even bigger over here. So you've got a lot of material storage here. And then on this side, the Boulder bag, a lot of people will put their tape rolls in this hole. So tape goes in there. And they tell me, I haven't tried this myself, someone recommended this. They say that the tape just sits right here. And it kind of acts like a little rolly spool where you can just grab some real quick. You can pull a little bit more off and grab some real quick. And I suppose that's true too. So maybe that's why they like their tape there. That works out. These slots here, I'm going to clip this so it gets out of my way finally. These slots here are made for like your standard fit screwdrivers. Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 slots here. And these are varying depths. So if I take a deeper bit here, you'll see where this one stands straight up. That one goes a little bit deeper. See the height there? That one sits here. That one goes all the way down, so you can get your trim. A lot of pouches won't allow you to have your trim on the interior, but you can get your longer trim or your longer screwdrivers there. That one's also very deep. And that one's deep too.
Chaka says, funny, the bear can fit 2 fists.
Haha, and clap. Yeah, his boyfriend calls him Lucy. All right, so check it out. We got 2 slots here, and you would think you can't put 2 pairs of pliers together. It's actually good that these are close to your body, because out here you start wear and tearing on your hip, and it's essential if you're going to wear this many tools. You have to get suspenders, man. If you want your body to survive 5, 6, 8 years in construction, you've got to get suspenders. There's no way about it. You can wear this and you can go a couple of years, but man, it adds up really quickly. I did 10 years of construction. Take it from me. Get suspenders, wear suspenders, and try to not even wear this if you don't have to. If your company has a tool pouch policy, for $17, this is all you need. If the company wants to say, hey, we're requiring you to carry multimeters now, go get something like this. Go get the smaller multimeter. Shove it in there. That's $100. Hang on. This is the bigger one. The T5 fits a lot better. You can get a pair of pliers behind there and some other stuff. So there's options to be carrying around multimeters. If you get a good multimeter that's... Look, this is a great multimeter, but it's interesting because the best multimeter is probably one of these. Go get the cheapest version of this that you can find. And then just hook it to your belt loop. Don't hook it to this front belt loop. Hook it to your back belt loop. And then this stays on you all day. And if you're a journeyman and you're running in between crews, you've always got your multimeter on you. And then you can be a back pocket electrician. You can have one of these little bags on your hip if you need to. Or if you got all your tools on you, then you don't need a pouch. And you're in between crews, keeping everyone busy. Some jobs, once they energize the job, you have to have a multimeter on you. You need something with a clamp that keeps you hands-free that you don't have to stick in a pocket. So these are great, but these come out whenever I want to touch something that I want to trust my life with, like in a switch gear or something. I don't need a $300 multimeter banging and beating around me all day. I don't need a $300 multimeter to go check receptacles. Then I'm going to be opening the receptacle quick, putting the multimeter on the floor, grabbing a different tool, doing this, picking the multimeter back up, checking just for continuity. It doesn't make sense to be spending all this money. You guys watch YouTube and they say, oh, you got to go get this meter because of this. I bought this meter because of the freaking stigma of the popularity of YouTube, and then this thing was on sale. The reality is I actually use this multimeter more when I do troubleshooting for a couple of reasons. I use this piece of crap here because it's $50 and it's auto sensing. And when you hit continuity, it has a continuity light, and when you hit voltage, it has the voltage light, and it makes noise when you make them both. The best flukes don't even make noise when you hit continuity and voltage. Some of them just only light up. Some of them don't do anything. And then I've also got this for troubleshooting. So this is also a good meter. No way to really hook it on you, though. But back to over here, man, you can pull one of these out one at a time and cycle through without really disturbing the other one. So you got all this weight closer to your center of gravity, not out here. So we've also got the iconic electrician pockets out here. But as you start putting weight out here, your center of gravity is here. So now you're kind of weighing on your hip, whether you think it or not. If you wear this for a little bit and you switch the weight to here, you do notice a difference where all your weight is more distributed better. Then you got some screwdriver pockets on the front, and yeah, this is a really, really nice tool rig for construction.
2800 Sawyer says, I agree with the suspenders. I'm a union guy.
Yeah, you can't be on a construction site without suspenders. You can, but it's not a good idea. You'll feel that it's like a stiff burn is the only way to explain it. Right here in your back, and you'll notice it like as the day goes on, you'll just be walking and it'll just be really, really dull. And then one day you'll realize that that's a permanent dullness and you probably could have done something about it. So, don't be destroying your body for nobody. I was way too rough on my body whenever I was young. I was stupid. I was eager to please people. I hate to say it, man, they don't care about you. They just want the work done. So you guys play it smart. Don't do anything stupid. Follow all the guidelines and don't talk a whole bunch of gossip, man. Don't be like a schoolyard out there. Some people will tell you something that's so good and they'll say, "Oh, I shouldn't tell you this. Don't tell anybody." And it could be something what they call poisoning the well, where they're the only one that knows that information because they made it up. And now if they hear it anywhere else, they're going to know that you are the one that's telling everyone else's stories, Just keep to yourself, do what you're told, stay busy, look for more work to do, and do what you should be doing. That's the best advice I can give you for construction.
Nana says thank you. And he says, I got sciatica, so feel it without suspenders. Oh, definitely feel it without suspenders.
Yeah. Now that I've had sciatica, the second I put on suspenders, I can even notice just the weight of this pouch without tools. Having suspenders makes a difference. And yeah, these are the Veto ones, and I don't even know how they're making them for this cheap. It's from India. The dude's from India. The owner reached out to me. He did send me these at one point, and they are like top quality. I was really shocked to find leather this thick. I've got a bunch of other tool bags from Veto. Some of them better than others, but all of them extremely high quality. So,
LFL says do a kickflip.
There you go. I did it.
Neil Bart says, I worked construction for 8 years and there's never enough work for how many people are on a site. I think that's with every job.
That is with every job. Especially now, man. You guys, if you don't know, I'm an electrical inspector and I go to 20 different job sites a day, 15 minimum. And, man, I felt guilty when I left construction. I feel like I'm in a position to help, so that's why I do YouTube. That's why I do all this, to help you guys out, to show you guys what actually works in the field. And then when I see videos come out with somebody recommending something that's just stupid, or, they're just showing it to collect a check, man, I wouldn't say I take it personally, but also, it's like, screw that guy, that doesn't work. You see all these tools on the table. They're the same tools that I've shown you for the last 5 years since I've been doing YouTube. Not much has changed. Newer things will come out and there'll be different pouches and stuff. And pouches is something that's a preference. So I show a lot of different pouches. I also show you stuff that's like this is a game changer, man. Nobody makes a pouch like this with a tool wall inside. Like, this is a technician's dream right here. When I saw this, I bought it, I made the video, and then Crypop reached out to me based on the video. And they're like, dude, we just sold all of our bags in like less than 3 hours. Like, all of Amazon stock gone. So for the last 2 months, these have not been in stock. So that's why we're making this live. These are back in stock. They may or may not last. I don't know. I'm not trying to rush you to buy, but for $59, I've been doing this for a really long time. This is a really nice bag. Now, we had one question about a V-swap panel. Does a V-swap panel fit inside of this? And my smallest V-swap panel is going to be my SPMC.
Bearded Viking says howdy.
What's up, Bearded
LFL
Viking?
says, what watch do you wear with the RGB on it?
Oh, this is the Galaxy 8. This is the Galaxy 8.
Neil Bart says work framing and then became a welder, work alone and was quiet.
Ha, nice. All right, this is the smallest V-swap panel I have. You don't know the Vetos. Here's the deal with this Veto. I'm not a huge follower of all the trendy tools. I have a lot of trendy tools. I've fallen into the pitfall of buying trendy tools because YouTube makes them sound cool. That was $230. That right there doesn't even fit more or less than what this does. This thing fits what it fits, and that's it. I don't know if Angela can show you. You can see things packing out of the sides. Okay, this is turn the camera over for half a second. Okay, this is all this thing fits. So you're looking at it, and it's not organized. This is a $230 bag. I bought this bag because this bag was free when I bought this bag. So it made sense to pick it up. But man, there's so much better than Veto out there. And everyone's just brainwashed by YouTube, basically. This is a $100 bag. I picked it up for closer to $70, $60, something like that. It's basically a Veto-esque like bag with a lot more storage, and it's soft. So this kind of crushes, and then it can sit on the floorboard of your car without tearing stuff up. It's got a hard bottom on it, and then the back of it actually fits like actual tools, where the back of regular Vetos just don't fit anything. So as far as Veto is concerned, I really don't care to show Veto as a selling point or a ooh-ah factor. But somebody asked me, does the V-swap panel fit in here? And I'll be damned if the V-swap panel does not fit in here. That is actually pretty damn cool. Whoever recommended this, I will have to reach out to them because I would have said no based on the Vetos that I have. But the fact that we just put a V-swap panel in here, I don't know which one this is called. This is the V-swap Norwalk VPP. Here it is. This is the VPP 10758. And it does fit in there.
Neil says also that Klein tool sign is nasty.
Nasty good, nasty bad. Klein directly gave me that Klein tool sign. That came from Klein. Klein also made this for me. I didn't make this. I didn't have anybody make this for me. This is an actual Klein's tool coaster. So I'm not sponsored by Klein Tools. The best I can tell you is that I help them design tools. I tell them what's good. I tell them what's bad. I tell them also what sucks, very frankly. And
says nasty good. I'm jealous.
Nasty good. Yeah, that is an actual sign from Klein Tools. It's pretty cool. I didn't even take the plastic off of it. This is like actual Klein. I don't even know if they sell them.
LFL was saying that he missed Squatches live and was going to watch the replay, but it's not up. Do you know what rigid tool he talked about?
It was a belt sander. It was a belt sander.
Neil Bart says, where are you guys from?
If he likes that, he'll like that too. This is the 501820. And let me make sure there's not anything unreleased from Klein in here. Here's some cups. Now, you can see the inside. It's pretty cool. You can see the leather and the stitching.
Where are you guys from?
We're in North Texas. We're in Texas. Yeah, so the V-swap actually fits in here. That's kind of cool. And your meter has more protection. Very interesting.
How much is that pouch that's inside?
I don't know. That's the thing. It comes with the Veto, so the pouch alone is probably $50. Where this whole bag is $50 with a tool wall. You see what I'm saying? Like, look. Let's say you did want to get the V-swap panel, just to put in another bag, not even in a Veto, and they're asking $50 for it. And there it is, right? It's like neoprene. It's kind of cool. Got Velcro on it. You can just cut the freaking front of this thing off. And this has basically a V-swap panel. I mean, you're staring at one right now. The fact that they managed to do this with this size, with a leather bottom, so you can set it down on a rooftop for whatever price they're asking, $59 is crazy, man. These guys are awesome. And they're really responsive to my criticism. And I have plenty of it, trust me, for these guys. They kind of nailed it with this one. There's some things I would change on this, but they did so good I didn't have any criticism for this bag. There's other bags that they did not nail that were like flat out terrible that I refused to even show on this channel. I sent them private emails and private videos on why I would not be showing that product. But yeah. Okay, so I'm going to link all this down in the comments below, in the description or whatever. It helps the channel out a bunch, guys. You guys are awesome. You guys are helping support the channel, and then it helps me be able to support someone local that we've been helping out, get a job and get back on his feet and all that stuff. So you guys have been directly helping out a whole community of people, and then just watching and liking and hyping the videos, whatever the hell that means. I think there's a button to hype now. I can't even keep up with YouTube, man. It's crazy. But yeah, like the video, share it, whatever. Let's get it out. And then, yeah, these are back in stock. So good luck if you guys want one. I might buy another one just to give away to somebody, or even just to have them on me. I talked to a lot of different contractors, and they say, oh, man, where can I get that? Sorry, dude, it's sold out. So I might just keep some here just to dollar for dollar. You know, I'm not even trying to make a profit, just to help people out to get them stuff. So if you want to get one, that's cool. I got some more videos coming out for you guys. We got another Cry Pop bag. This video is coming out tomorrow. It's a pouch. It fits a lot. Watch the video. See you guys in the next one. Thanks.
Nailed it. Says outstanding bag showcase. I was gonna read that.
Oh, nailed it, guy. I got sent the Cry Pop heavy duty tool bag. It's a solid selection. Keep up the good work. Have you shown which one are you? Be careful. Be careful. I'll give you a sneak preview on the bag. This is the bag here. While it is extra heavy duty, I will not be recommending this bag. So it is heavy duty. They want $100 for it. It does not open. The tools crisscross on both sides when you try to reach inside of it. And it's just not worth you guys' time. So we did not show this bag, but I've had it for about 2 months now. Yeah, like I said, some things are hitting and miss. They knocked it out of the park on some of their other designs. No, not that one. It's the backpack. Oh, yeah. I got you. Well, good. All right. Right here. See you guys. Where is the off button?